Hey everyone, I wanted to do this video on a product called Rapid Rooter. It's a pre-moistened plug to start seeds used in hydroponics. You can also use it for soil gardening outside. It doesn't necessarily have to be used for hydroponics. If you saw my other video about planting with the peat pots and getting it a little bit too humid inside the dome and having some kind of mildew or mold grow on the side of the peat pots, check that video out. It's pretty gross. I took those out. I kind of gave up on that style, that system. I actually have two little seedlings started. One was echinacea and one was a peppercini pepper. So I'm pretty surprised that it actually sprouted in that horrible condition that they were subjected to. They're sitting on the front porch now, just out of this dome that you're seeing right now, and just in the sun, and hopefully they'll do better than they were. So I wanted to give this product a try. It looks pretty interesting here. You can see the roots on the picture, what looks like basil just coming out of this plug, kind of just exploding out everywhere, which is cool. 50 of these plugs was $16.50 at a local hydroponics store. They also have brewing supplies. It's a great store. If you have one in your area, you should check it out. They have a lot of cool products. You get 50 plugs, and then in this dome here, I bought an insert that has 72 cells, and each one of these cells accepts one of these plugs in here, and on the bottom there's drain holes that will drain into the pan down here, the tray, and help, keep those plugs from getting too wet. And then the dome that you saw in the other video has these adjustable vents, one on the top, one on each side, to allow for airflow. What I found out was I had a little bit too much moisture, too little air in there. I guess I had the vents a little bit too closed, and that caused the humidity to rise up in there too much and create all the mold or the mildew that was going on. The guy at the store recommended that we take a bucket of water and squeeze like a half a lemon in there to adjust the pH, and then you just soak the Rapid Rooters in the bucket, squeeze them, to kind of compress them, put them in the bucket, let go with your hand, and it'll absorb the water. Let that water run out from the plug, and then just put it into the one of these cells here, and drop the seed in. Nip a little of the corner off with your finger of the plug and kind of drop it over the top of the seed just to kind of cover it up, and have a little bit more airflow in there than I did before, and it should work better. I'm going to mark what I planted with these little jumbo craft sticks, like giant popsicle sticks. They're pretty wide. You can just write on them with a Sharpie. And then my plan is just to lay them next to the row of the seeds that I've planted, and maybe put a little arrow, pointing this way, that this row is whatever, echinacea or peppers, whatever I put in that row. And that way I'm not guessing like, what the heck is that seedling? Thought about writing it out on a piece of paper, but gosh, you'd have to map out 72 holes, and this seems like a quick and easy way to do it. So the seeds I'm going to be planting today are a peppercini pepper, black Hungarian pepper. I'm going to try some green onions. I don't have much luck with them in the garden, just planting them in the dirt, so I figured I'd give these a try. Some echinacea, brandywine tomatoes, poblano or ancho peppers, jalapeno peppers, an Amish paste tomato, and some okra just for fun. Okra is really easy to grow in the garden, but I figured since I'm starting these seeds, I might as well throw some in here and get them rooted, sprouted, so that I can set them out in the garden. Just about time to get all these hot weather ones going, so I'm going to give it a try. I thought I'd just do a video about it. There's not very many Rapid Rooter plug videos. There are, but they're kind of like, for hydroponics. They're used for cloning plants. A lot of people, I guess, use them for marijuana plants, which is cool. So I figured they'd have a good application for us veggie gardeners. So let's give it a try, huh? First I'm going to squeeze in the lemon. Get that pH down in the water. I figure it can't hurt. I don't really know what our pH in the water is here, but coming out of the tap it can't be very good. Lowering the pH isn't really a bad thing, so we'll give it a try, see what happens. Give it a swirl. We'll take maybe 5 of these and we'll plant kind of one little row and go from there. So he said just to kind of give them a squeeze, drop them in the water, let your hand go, and you can kind of see like a sponge, it'll fill up with water. Pick it up, he said let the water kind of run out. You don't have to necessarily squeeze it out, but just let it run out. And then we'll just put it over here in our first little cell. And we'll just keep going. Okay, so let's see here. Now, let's see, we'll start with, we'll just start with what's on the bottom here, I guess, which is a golden Greek peppercini. I don't have very many of these seeds. I didn't have much luck getting them started the last time I tried to grow them, so I'm hoping this will work out a little bit better. This, put out about 6 in our hand. He said you don't have to really mash it down deep into the hole. You can just kind of like drop it in right on the top. You don't want it to go too deep, you know, or it's going to kind of struggle to get up to the top. So I'm kind of just setting it right at the top of the opening here. It does kind of cling to the side, which is kind of nice. It's not going to naturally fall all the way down to the bottom. Then I'm just going to take a little nip off the side like he recommended. Cover the top of the hole. Give it a little bit of protection. And give it a little resistance that I'm sure it needs to, you know, to think that it's out in the soil. I'm sure it's got some kind of genetic trait inside that makes it want to struggle to get up to the top, you know. So now we're just going to write on here on the little craft stick peppercini. Just put a little arrow marking that it's over here, the peppercini. And we'll just keep planting them all out. I'll have the sticks out showing what is what in each row. And then we'll come back and I'll show you when they're all planted. Alright, so here they are all planted. I decided not to plant the green onions. And I think, was there another one? Oh, the okra. I decided not to plant the green onions or the okra because, I don't know, the okra sprouts so easy in the soil. The green onions from seed, probably not the best choice. I found out that they take forever to grow. Probably should have grown them from a bulb. Next time I will. No, it was my first time, didn't know. So as you can see, they're all planted. Wow, sorry for the truck. Apparently it's drag race day in the country by the lake. As you can see that they're all planted here, and what I did is on some of them that were kind of important to me to get sprouted, I did another row, not a row, like 2 more plugs, and on the bottom of the stick just put an arrow down that these 2 were peppercini. So now I have 8 peppercini plugs, you know, 8 Hungarian, 5 echinacea, and so on and so on. It turned out pretty well. Anyway, again, the name of the product, if you want to check it out, is Rapid Rooter. There's the picture of the logo. $16.50 was for 50 of the plugs. The tray, the little 72 cell insert, was like a couple bucks. So all in all, like, you have a 72 cell mini greenhouse for like $10, and then you buy the plugs, you know, $16. So $26, maybe $30, you have it ready to go. So I'm going to put the dome on, go set them in a sunny location, and give it a little bit more airflow this time than last, and hopefully they'll sprout and do better. When they do, I'll do another vid. I'll show you the sprouts, and when I get ready to plant, I'll lift them up, kind of show you the root system. If it's anything like that picture on the bag, on the packaging, it's going to be amazing. So anyway, hope you enjoyed watching. Stay tuned, I'll keep you updated on this. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.